What up, Raffleators? Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about development in the city, especially the kind of development that's happening along the center of the city, that is Regent Street and Camp Street. And we want to look particularly at the new construction, new buildings.
Oh, this is my day. I'm ready to take it on, come what may.
So take a look at the quality and the kinds of buildings that are being constructed. And I'm going to tell you that I'm really disappointed because I don't know how to say this, but Guyana and Georgetown in particular is becoming one big shanty town. Now this is a new building going up on Regent Street in the block between Camp Street and Wellington Street. And you can see it's just a concrete frame, a tall box about 4 stories tall, and it's probably going to be just as nondescript as the buildings next to it. The problem is that these buildings are going up without any kind of architectural detail. Nobody has spent any money to design, a spectacular building. And if you go to Camp Street, what you have is a mixture of new and old buildings, and we're going to see that some of it works, but some of it does not work with the older buildings that were built in the city. Standing in front of Enes Works building. It's a new building. It's new construction going up here. And right across the street, that's Demerara Bank main building, main office of Demerara Bank. So this is one of the buildings that works. This is the new Demerara Bank, and you can see there are some architectural details. Somebody spent some money to pay an architect to design a building that is impressive on some level. This is a building that works. The one next to it, which I refer to as Yog Mahadio's building, does not work. And this new building, this tall blue building, which you will see coming up, is a monstrosity. Take a look. This building has been up here since 2013, October 2013 when I came back. It was up, it was under construction, and now it's still empty. It's 6 years later, and you can see the roof is not yet completed. But this is what's happening on Camp Street. This one already has, see, 1, 2, 3, 4 floors. This one already has 4 floors. And that's what's happening here on Camp Street in Georgetown, Guyana, South America. Okay, that's the Popeyes building. Popeyes, Louisiana Kitchen. Here is says Emerge. Coming soon. So I think this building is soon going to have an occupier. Oil and gas industry is probably going to seize the opportunity to occupy this empty building. As you can see, still not quite complete. The front doors not, or maybe it's been broken, I don't know, but it's not complete. But they have put up glass. That's Georgetown Club across the street, Georgetown Club, Colburn House. It's now being occupied by one of the ministries. That's Colburn House. That's Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen. Corners, churches, and DQs. I'm gonna make a comparison between Popeye's chicken and Church's chicken in one of my videos. Stay tuned for that, it's coming up. is one of the few places where you can swim in Georgetown. Don't know if you can simply walk in and swim, but you have to make an appointment and join a club and all that jazz. Christ Church Secondary School. And that big tall building, that big tall monstrous building, that is the GRA, Guyana Revenue Authority. This is Middle Street. It's Middle Street. On a Sunday morning. It's quite clear. So guys, this is what's going on in Georgetown. There's a hodgepodge of new buildings. Here on Camp Street you can see these are tall buildings, were put up by Teleperformance. This is the new building that we looked at on Regent Street, so we looked at that one at the beginning of the video. And what's happening is that there is a mixture of really awful buildings and a few good buildings that work with the old architecture of the city, but there's no real attention to quality and to building impressive architecture in Georgetown. Tell me what you think about these monstrosities going up in the city.
As she dances in the sunlight so bright, flowers in her hair, and the band is blowing reggae beats double time.